What is up, guys? It's Sticks here. It's raining and it's storming down here, so I'm gonna rant. I might turn this into a video. If you're seeing it, I did. Where is the magic, Bungie? Let's recap some recent events. Edge of Fate drops with a half-baked portal system that, instead of revamping how you level, makes you feel forced to play one activity to death for maximum efficiency. Just like any other system we've had, except now it takes you hundreds or thousands of activity completions to max out, and you can't even do raids or dungeons for pinnacles anymore. It also revamps the armor, which was actually pretty good and made build crafting way more interesting, except if you use anything except this predetermined list of exotics we gave you until renegades, you're punished or just outright can't use them with certain activities and modifiers. Have fun with that, by the way. Then, the raid drops, and 70% of contest completions are cheated runs, and everyone is getting tier 1 loot from the contest raid. You couldn't really think ahead on that one? Maybe, I don't know, bump it up at least a few first? Then, Parsons leaves the ship to sink, because why was he even here anyway, except for a quick paycheck to get a few more cars? I forget the name of the guy who replaced him right now. I don't have any particularly bad feelings about him, but what can he do right now? Really? Like, what is he gonna do that's not gonna take effect in 3 years, realistically? Sometime later, Bungie releases a TWAB that includes some things the community asked for, and a lot of things that the community didn't. It's full of confusing corporate jargon and nerfs to the few things that were actually rewarding instead of just buffing everything else to match up, and obviously people hate it. And then guess what Bungie does? They reverse the nerfs in another post, then make promises to add dungeon layers to the portal that should have been there from the start anyway. But now the sentiment has already turned against them. So even though there's a few people who are happy about that stuff being added, way more people are not happy still because it wasn't there to begin with, obviously. There's still no raid layers and no tiered loot in the new dungeon stuff at all. All of the new dungeon loot, it's just repurposed dungeon loot. That's it. It's the same drops you got, but now they have power increases. That's the only difference. So guess what? Most people aren't going to run them. They're going to just keep running solo ops. But, maybe they'll do a little bit more Pinnacle and Fireteam ops this time. There was a banger Renegades Vidoc. Then it immediately throws you into the ice-cold lake that is Ash and Iron, which takes you to the Plague Lands without the Plague, so welcome to the lands, and is easily the most buggy activity I've ever encountered in this expansion. Straight up. It like easily tops everything else, including an auto kill feature, by the way, whenever you teleport to a new area. Figured out the hard way with Extinction on, by the way. Yeah, that was great. Bungie also announces that the raid for Ash and Iron is delayed, as are many of the things people are excited for. So now, a bunch of people are having to reschedule their whole, week, weekend, whatever, in order to make sure they have that, because maybe they took a time off a couple weeks in advance, and now it's no longer going to be a couple weeks in advance if they want to take off for the next thing. So that's fun. So now everyone who is excited for one thing or the other with Ash and Iron, the few things that were to be excited for, is basically just waiting around and not even playing the game. I mean, I saw a bunch of people, I put out an Eververse video on the Bright Dust stuff, not even like the paid stuff, because I have a whole extra section on that right now. But most people literally just logged on to see what was in the Bright Dust store, grab what they want, and then they logged off the game. Like, you really think that that's going to keep people engaged? Having a system that makes them want to access the Bright Dust store instead of actually playing your video game? And now people wait for, 3 months for Renegades? Like, what is the goal here? In that Eververse deal, there's 4 new armor sets? Meanwhile, the only 2 new armor sets I know of that we got are reskins of things that already exist, and that's from Ash and Iron Banner, which, let me get to that. There was the Taken Shader beforehand, now there's a whole Taken armor set. A Taken armor set that people really wanted to actually be in the game, but no, it's an Eververse. In addition to that, there's 2 armor sets that people are arguing over right now, which one was supposed to be the Iron Banner set. To be honest, either one would have been great, but guess what? Neither of them are. They're both in Eververse. One of them looks like it was blatantly edited. Watched a Scara video 20 minutes ago, and it looks blatantly edited that it was originally going to be Iron Banner, and then it is now not, is instead Eververse. Because why? Money! I guess they just would rather you pay for it than have you play the game. Meanwhile, Borderlands 4, Destiny NetEase Edition, Destiny Rising, and Helldivers are just thoroughly swallowing up all of Bungie's player base market. Like, straight up. I mean, I'm watching Astrocross having way more fun playing Borderlands 4 than he has the entire past 2 months I've watched him play Destiny. You've got people like actually having a good time, talking in their global chat, having community efforts and like doing social stuff in Destiny Rising. Meanwhile, in Destiny 2, everyone's still farming solo ops or pinnacle ops, or they've completely given up and they've just stopped playing entirely. Oh yeah, while this is all going on, by the way, Marathon has just been slowly crawling around on its last legs, even though it hasn't released yet in the background. It's got like 45 lawsuits over whatever playtest art stuff is going on. The playtest that did happen by the end was just Destiny creators, by the way. So as much as they're trying to hide from the Destiny market with Marathon, guess who's actually playing your game instead of all of the people you're trying to market it to? It's the people you're trying to run away from. So maybe, I don't know, try and take their feedback into account. Maybe try to take their feedback into their account on their own game. That's a groundbreaking Bungie idea, by the way. Listen to the player base. No, I don't mean take in the data from the player base and then say you're listening. I mean speak to the players and then listen. Rising, just like every other gacha, has a survey that went out the first day, first 3 days, first 7 days, first 15 days. I don't know, maybe put out a few surveys, Bungie. Ask some questions, see what people actually think about your game and what they actually want. So here we are, Sony is properly acquiring Bungie over the past, like, what, several months? We all know what that means. So yeah, in the words of the good old Tom Christie himself, plagiarism will make me God. Let's see how this goes. And now the question really is, given that every time Destiny has been about to get shut down, Bungie has barely, and I do mean barely, managed to pull out some kind of banger by the skin of their teeth, will they do it again? And if they do, will it actually matter in today's climate? Both in terms of the social credit for Bungie being at an all-time low, plenty of other new games coming out that either have a somewhat similar, if not completely on par, feel to Destiny, or at least a similar market of players. Will it even matter if they could come through? Let me know what you guys think. So far, not feeling great about the game, obviously. If you want to stick around, I'll probably still make some stuff for Destiny 2, obviously, like build guides I still think are cool. I'm really enjoying Destiny Rising right now, playing some Stardew Valley, some Dead by Daylight, all kinds of stuff really. If there's any other games you want me to try out, let me know, especially if they're free or really cheap. And if you want to support the channel, I've got an advanced GG link, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching to this far, and peace guys.